Is this fucking thing on? I'm just gonna assume that it is. Okay, here we go. Sexy viewers, it is I, your noble host with a noble voice, Al, that guy who's creepily watching you from under your bed. Anyway, I'm here reading 50 Shades of Grey, the erotic thriller that all women on the bus and lonely old men have been reading. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a lonely old man, but there are plenty of wrong things about reading 50 Shades of Grey. Now, let us go through the Dantesian sophistication of this book, right here, right now. Okay, just to set the scene. Mrs. Anastasia Steele, or as my misogynistic subconscious knows her, that pale slut, has gone on a date with Mr. Christian Grey. Now, we all know that she just wants his man sausage quite badly, so let's see what she ends up having as dessert for this fantabulous meal. Now, cutting in slightly to the dinner, because I found this chapter rather boring, and no, I did not read it at all. Let's just begin here, shall we? He smiles at me. I'm still at the Heathman. I know that. Would you like a drink? Politeness wins out over everything I'd like to say. And now I'm going to engage in my proper Christian Grey voice, so be warned. No, thank you, Anastasia. He smiles a dazzling, crooked smile, his head cocked, slightly to one side. Well, I might need one. So it was nice knowing me. Holy cow! Is he offended? I stare down at my fingers. How am I going to dig myself out of this? Well, not with those fingers, darling. If I tell him it was a joke, I don't think he'll be impressed. I thought you'd reply by email. My voice is small, pathetic. Are you biting your lower lip deliberately? He asks darkly. I blink up at him, gasping, freeing my lip. I wasn't aware I was biting my lip, I murmur softly. My heart is pounding. She's obviously on drugs. I can feel that pull, that delicious electricity between us, charging, filling the space with static. He's sitting so close to me, his dark eyes smoky grey with the fires of hell, his elbows resting on his gigantic knees, his legs apart. Leaning forward, he slowly undoes one of my pigtails, his fingers freeing my hair. See, this is clearly an allegory for woman's liberation. My breathing is shallow, and I cannot move. I watch, hypnotized, as his hand moves to my second pigtail, and pulling the hair tie, he loosens the braid with his long, skilled fingers. So you decided on some exercise, he breathes, his voice soft and Scottish. His fingers gently tuck my hair behind my ear. Wah, Anastasia! His fingers circle my ear, and very softly, rhythmically, he tugs my earlobe. It's so sexual. Now, if she enjoys being tugged on the earlobe, this is clearly setting up some obvious sadomasochism that's going to happen later. We all know it will. I needed time to think, I whisper. I'm all deer/headlights, moth/flame, bird/snake, / the easy tool of any lazy writer. Ellipsis, and he knows exactly what he's doing to me. Think about what, Anastasia? You? And you decided that it was nice knowing me? Do you mean knowing me in the biblical sense? Oh, shit. I flush the toilet. I didn't think you were familiar with the Bible. I went to Sunday school, Anastasia. It taught me a great deal. I don't remember reading about nipple clamps in the Bible. Perhaps you were taught from a modern translation. His lips arch with a trace of a murderous smile, and my eyes are drawn to his mouth. Well, I thought I should come and remind you how nice it was knowing me. Holy crap! I stare at him open-mouthed, and his fingers move from my ear to my chin. What do you say to that, Miss Steele? His eyes blaze at me with the fire of hell. His war cry intrinsic in his stare. His lips are parted with a murderous grin. Oh, I'm just embellishing this, man. It just sounds much better the way I think of it. He's waiting like a cobra, coiled to strike. That, like a cobra, I added that as well. Desire. Acute, liquid, and smoldering. Desire. That's what they're talking about. Desire. Combusts deep in my belly. I take preemptive action and launch myself at him. Somehow, he moves. Obviously, he's not paraplegic. I have no idea how. Idiot. And in the blink of an eye, I'm on the bed, pinned beneath him. I thought they were in a restaurant. I probably set this scene badly. My arms stretched out and held above my head, his free hand clutching my face, and his mouth finding mine. His tongue is in my mouth, claiming and possessing me, and I revel in the force he uses. I feel him against the length of my body. He wants me, and this does strange, delicious things to my insides. Clearly this bitch has never had sex before, and if she has, she's just crazy. She's just fucking crazy. Not Kate in her little bikinis. Not one of the 15. Not evil Mrs. Robinson. Me. This beautiful man wants me. My inner goddess, or slut, glows so bright she could light up Portland. He stops kissing me, and opening my eyes, I find him murderously gazing down at me, sword in hand. Trust me, he breathes. I nod, wide-eyed, my heart bouncing off my ribs, my blood thundering through my body. He reaches down, and from his pants pocket he takes out his silver-grey silk tie, the one that's on the cover of this damn book. That silver-grey woven tie that leaves small impressions of its weave on my skin. He moves so quickly. Sitting astride me as he fastens my wrist together. I knew she was into fucking S&M. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew. But this time, he ties the other end of the tie to one of the spokes of my white iron headboard. He pulls at my binding, checking it's secure. I'm not going anywhere. I'm tied, literally, to my bed, and I'm so aroused. He slides off me and stands beside the bed, staring down at me, his eyes dark with murderous want. The look is triumphant, mixed with relief. And now he's going to club you and drag you to the cave. That's better, he murmurs, and smiles a wicked, knowing smile. He bends and starts undoing one of my sneakers. Oh no, my feet. No, I've just been running. Because people don't use their feet, you dumb bitch. No, I protest, trying to kick him off. He stops. If you struggle, I'll tie your feet too. If you make a noise, Anastasia, I will gag you. Keep quiet. Catherine is probably outside, listening right now. Gag me? Kate? I shut up. He removes my shoes and socks efficiently, and slowly peels off my sweatpants. Oh, what panties am I wearing? He lifts me and pulls the quilt from my duvet out from underneath me, and places me back down, this time on the sheets. Now then, he licks his bottom lip slowly. He must have made that sound, I'm sure. You're batting that lip, Anastasia. You know that effect it has on me. He places his long index finger over my mouth.